Good evening to those who listen. It is January 17th, 2025. It's 11:01 p.m. And just wanted to do a video about everything that's going on. I want everybody just to be alert. Remember, no fear. But we need to be paying attention to what's going on. So, this is nothing about, being scared or anything, but, we just need to be alert about things. And, I just want people to know that, what's going on and what's going to be going on in the near future. This is all leading up, it's Bible prophecies leading up to, step by step towards, the end. And, I'm not saying, everything's going to happen right now or everything, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And, I'm just going to go through the channels, these channels I watch and stuff, and, go through everything. I mean, one thing is the president-elect is this is going to be in mixed up order. I didn't organize anything. I just figured I'm just going to go and record this. And if you see this, then, it went through. But, if it doesn't turn out right, I'm just going to delete it and start over and maybe put everything together in order, but I'm just going to kind of go through things. So President-elect says that on Tuesday, the 21st, he's going to start the deportations of the migrants, and starting in Chicago. So that's just one thing. We got the TikTok thing going on. I guess they're still saying it's going to be banned on Sunday. There's rumors that the president-elect was going to stop that from happening and I guess continue it. I also heard Elon Musk talking about buying it. There's all kinds of rumors about that. Don't know what really to think about TikTok. I don't trust TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I just think it's Chinese surveillance. What else here? Oh yeah, of course, the big news of the day, which is crazy, and there's so much to this that is nuts. So, the president-elect orders the inauguration to be moved indoors. I don't think, I didn't look into it. I assume that, the inauguration has always been outdoors, and it's always been done in weather. And, sometimes it's been really super cold. I remember seeing, like, JFK, and it was so cold, you could see his breath and everything. So is it really the cold weather that's stopping it? Could there be some threats going on too? It's just crazy, some crazy stuff about that. And then, with that, as long as I'm on that, I might have to, actually, let's go to my library. I could probably have a better order of things. We got that too. But first off, we got this guy again, Brandon Biggs. Is he a false prophet? It could be. I don't trust him. I'm just going to say that right out. On this, I'm going to say it like I always say. Pray on it. Pray for Holy Spirit discernment on this. He has had some predictions, and some of it kind of came true. There's still a little bit of things that are off. Not quite right, but it reminds me of Nostradamus. Nostradamus predicted a lot of stuff, and a lot of it came true, but there was certain little things that were off, like Hitler was Hisler or something like that. I believe that Nostradamus was inspired by Satan. I don't think he was inspired by God. Is this guy? I don't know. I'm not going to say one way or the other. He's got some really crazy predictions, and we can kind of go through that a little bit too. And then there's some other predictions from other people too that have kind of come true, or at least partly true. But this whole thing with the inauguration being indoors now, supposedly they're going to go inside the Capitol into the rotunda to have the inauguration, and then they're opening up the Capital One building, which is The Washington Capitals hockey team plays there, the hockey arena. I looked it up. There's over 20,000. I forgot exactly. 20,356, something like that. People can fit in there. Supposedly, oh yeah, well, they can go in there and they can watch the live stream of it and stay warm. But it makes me worried, that seems like a setup. So it's kind of weird. And, with all these, people that have come across the border and stuff, it's kind of weird. So, gosh, there's so much. Where do I even start? I guess we could watch some of his stuff. I'll kind of just go through it fast because there's so much. Oh, all right, all right, we'll go back to that. Let me get through all the other stuff really fast. The WHO, you know who I'm talking about. They announced a global H5N1 warning, the bird flu. So that came out today. And it's crazy that all this timing of this stuff is really weird. Biden decrees the 28th Amendment. What's going on with that? It's crazy. It's women's rights. I don't know. It's like, why is Biden doing all these things right before he's out? It just is weird. Let me pause for a second. I didn't mean to click into this, but yeah. So we got toxic smoke. Smoke is being released from a lithium plant, lithium battery plant. So they telling everybody stay indoors. I forgot where this was at. I think it's in California. Everybody stay indoors. Do not turn on your air conditioning, heat, or anything like that. Because you need to keep all the windows and stuff sealed. They have helicopters that are going to be flying around the inauguration, and they're testing for nuclear and biological radiation in the air. That's just something. I guess that's a precaution. Nothing really with that. I mean, don't know. Oh, we have the thing with the drones, the Chinese drones, where they're, what was it? I can't remember, the JPI or something like that. They're taking off the codes, I guess, or something so they can fly without being stopped. And right, a week before, this was a few days ago, right before the inauguration. So it's like, are we going to have drones flying over? Is there going to be some kind of drone attack? Throwing that up, that's out there too now. This right here with Grand Supreme News, something big just went down. Something weird happened, and it relates kind of. I mean, it's weird. It's not the same thing, but it's weird. This guy's predicting that there's going to be a big dump truck or something, a big truck that's going to carry fertilizer, and we'll get into that, and I'll just have you listen to it because it's crazy. Fertilizer, and then going to be a big boom explosion near the Capitol. It's going to force its way through the down barricades, and get there, and it's going to blow up. I guess buildings will be destroyed, and it's supposed to leave a big crater. And it's weird because I heard about that, and I guess he made that prediction yesterday. And then just tonight, we had a dump truck veer off the road and went into a Target. And that was kind of strange. Oh, and it left a big hole. So I was like, well, that's weird. Dump truck, big hole. Not the same thing. 6 people were injured. It's not the same thing. If what this thing here is going to be, what he's saying is it's going to be a lot worse. What is happening? Okay, finally. All right, I gotta go back. Hold on, let's pause. Okay, so with this guy, he's a pastor, and he's been predicting all this stuff, saying that God is telling him this. Whenever you hear that, you always have to question for sure. And again, here's where we have to pray and we have to ask for Holy Spirit discernment on all things. So back, I don't remember when this was, in this first one, but this was when he predicted that the president-elect would get shot in the ear. And it was pretty specific. It was the ear. But he said that it would blow up his eardrum. And that part didn't happen. So let's take a listen.
Of patriotism coming out, and that's whenever I saw Trump, and I saw a red wave coming out of Michigan, and then I saw Oklahoma, and there was embers of people, and they were all on these they had torches all throughout Oklahoma, and they were raising up these torches that looked like fire, and they were bringing forth a new patriotism upon the nation. And it was coming, it was being birthed, and it just kept spreading like fire all throughout America, all throughout. And I saw Trump rising up, and then I saw an attempt on his life. This bullet flew by his ear, and it came so close to his head that it busted his eardrum. And I saw he fell to his knees during this time frame, and
so that's one of the predictions that he's made. About what happened in Louisiana.
So he is. Some of the predictions are kind of right. And then he had this one.
It all started, I was just worshiping and just praying like I normally do, y'all. And all of a sudden, I was like, poof. And I told my wife, I said, get the phone. You got to record it. I could see, and it was, the vision was put all out in front of me. And I saw farming equipment. I saw massive farming equipment that was, it looked like on the East Coast. This farming equipment was, and there were silos, and the Lord said, I want you to focus on fertilizer. And all of a sudden, it was like everything was coming at me.
So fertilizer. He said that these people would buy fertilizer in different areas, and they buy it, at different times so it wouldn't be noticed. I just thought of something weird with it. Remember how the president-elect said he was going to come in a garbage truck? That's kind of weird. So I don't know. Yeah, farm equipment. That's weird. But then again, if the security would happen, you think they would watch for that. That would be kind of weird. Seeing a big giant dump truck or whatever coming through. Also today, too, there was, I think, 7 police departments, local police departments in Washington, D.C., that said that their police officers will not do their job and protect the president-elect during this inauguration. And I thought that was really strange. Why are they having less security? Even though this is probably going to have more security than most inaugurations.
Fast. And I could see these men buying lots of fertilizer since this summer over the course of...
And the one thing, too, about the fertilizer, too, there was reports, I think, I can't remember when, but it might have been back in the summer or even farther back than that, where they said there was a bunch of fertilizer that got stolen or was missing. So I don't know if that has anything to do with this.
It looked like I could see. So you're not able to see the vision, so I have to describe what I saw. I forget, y'all. So bear with me. I saw trees. I saw leaves on the trees. I saw the summer grass growing. It was hot outside, and I saw these men collecting fertilizer through different places so that they would not be detected. Okay. It was like different locations buying fertilizer in bulk as much as they could without drawing suspicion. That's the way I would say it. And so these men were buying this fertilizer, and so they were storing it. And I saw massive dump trucks with separation of...
Now he's describing here what he sees that's coming on Inauguration Day. So he's explaining the vision.
This is LV Nation, by the way.
Day. And men buying fertilizers to not be detected. Just to give you guys a glimpse, I know people are coming in here for the first time. This guy's name is Brandon Biggs.
In the back of these dump trucks, separation with 50-gallon drums, all filled with different kind of chemicals to make what was happened in Oklahoma City.
And
back
what was
in
if
the
a
90s.
drone
Okay?
struck
This
those
happened in the 90s.
dump trucks?
And it was a massive thing, not,
Just throwing,
not black powder,
out there.
but this fertilizer stuff.
I'm not
And
saying
I
that
saw
any of this is going to
fertilizer
happen.
in a big dump truck, and the dump truck was like a big diesel. They looked like construction workers. They had purchased a massive construction vehicle.
Maybe like something like they use
and
in
they
quarries.
put all this in so that it would cause a major catastrophic event. So they made the front of it armor-proof, bulletproof. Like you could not like shoot it and to make it stop it. So like very, very strong armor was on the front of this truck underneath it. So it wasn't able to be seen really well. Okay. And I saw these men, and this is going to go a lot of different places. Okay. So you have to just listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. I saw these men with these vests on in the front cab of the truck. Vest on. And they had explosives on these vests. And there was 2 men in the truck. And they took the truck and they used it to go through police barricade and military barricades in Washington, D.C. And when they did this and they tried to stop them because they were trying to do it at a checkpoint to stop them, they pushed through the barricade because the truck was very strong. And then they got them, they surrounded them, and they ignited their vest, and they took out everybody. And when this happened, it was a massive crater in the dirt, in the ground, and all the buildings were completely wiped out. And they tried to get as close as they could to the Capitol. Okay? I saw them trying to get as close as they could to the Capitol, to major landmarks of Washington, D.C. The Lord spoke to me, and he talked to me about this. He talked to me about lone wolves. Lone wolves were in America. They were just sympathetic. Like how do you say that? It is they were for terrorism, but they're just like they're on their own. They're part of the organization, but they're not a part of a big group. I saw different people like that had their own little agenda, like individuals throughout towns, acting alone. Thank you, acting alone. And they were all throughout. There were bunches.
Some of you guys in the comments are saying that he's crazy for saying this.
It does sound
Look,
crazy,
we
I'll
just
tell you
got
that.
word that the inauguration
Sorry
is
that
gonna
this
be in the
video is so
Capitol.
long.
Again, let's just keep listening to this.
There were lots of them, and they weren't necessarily from across the border, from illegal immigrants. They were people that were inside that already lived here that were just nuts. And so the Lord showed me vans, cargo vans, white vans, cargo vans with no windows on the side that would carry 16 passenger vans with those same kind of barrels in the back of these vans, like 50-gallon drums. They weren't as big as what was in the dump truck, this one dump truck. I saw vans with the barrels full of fertilizer inside of there, and they were parking them in New York City in like parking garages and close to buildings so they did not look suspicious. Okay, so I saw them.
I know a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, why are we even listening to this? But, I think we need to listen to this. And, we need to, obviously we need to, discern it. This does sound crazy. But, what is if he's partly right? What is if he does know something, somehow, whether it's, he's given information or it's from the devil, I don't know. But maybe, there's some hints in here of what might possibly could happen.
As close as they could to Trump towers. And they had a plan to take out Trump towers all throughout America. Golf courses, places like that for attacks. The Lord spoke to me and he said to me, this is bigger than terrorists. I saw it was in retaliation for Assam Soleimani, the man that was taken out in Iraq. I saw that man's face, and they said, we have not forgotten his assassination. And they were coming against America, especially Trump, because of a retaliation for what's happened to him in Iran. And I saw this was a government. I saw 1,000 men, 1,000 men that came through tunnels underground, dark tunnels, drug trafficking tunnels, paid major money. This is a hundreds of $1,000,000 operation that has been going on in the last administration, coming over the border for the last 4 years of gathering of supplies, and they are here. I saw darkness in 10 major cities. Listen to me. I saw 10 major cities. And the why I call them 10 major cities is because 1,000 men divided into 10 was 100. And the Lord showed me 100 people per group of attacks, like I told you, coming out of the ground like ants. The Lord said this is not terrorists per se. This is an act of war per se. You understand? This is a government of another country coming against America, making it look like it's terrorist. So you will see in the days ahead a great shaking still to come because of past administrations not doing their job securing the border. Not just on the southern, but this is about the northern border also. I warn you to pray so that we can pray. Not a call to fear, but a call to prayer. I saw great plans and great plots from these men to try to disrupt the inauguration. I saw after the election I heard the word strike, 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 strike. My wife said she called it 5 times. We said it. So 5 times. And this was not these lone wolves that you're seeing with the Tesla and New Orleans. This was major events trying to take place to bring fear upon the American people and to realize that we're not as safe as what you all thought we were. Trying to shake people. I saw to pray for Donald Jr. We must pray for what is dear to Trump, his children. This is about a retaliation about this man. And there's deeper things that are attached to this. And I was hearing them get, this is major funding that is being hid through crypto somehow. They're communicating through untraceable sources. And they're communicating in a way that it's dark. Okay? And so I saw it was about Syria. It's about things that are happening with as.
Wow. I got more.
Okay, so then there's also some weird things that happened. So we have, this is what was really strange. So there was a 7-year-old boy that was in Guatemala last week. He had a dream that the president-elect was shot on live TV in a hockey arena. And a month ago, another guy said that he would be attacked in a hockey arena. Well, just today, they announced that they're going to have the people go to this hockey arena. So that's kind of really strange. And I just don't like that at all. 20,000 people plus at a hockey arena, that could be a setup for something really bad, So I just want to throw that out there. And then one more thing I wanted to say. Sorry that this is so long too. But Mike from around the world. And when I thought about that, I thought about, what he said. I had to look it up. I couldn't find it at first. But on August 29th, he said that there would be an event where suddenly 70,000 people would be gone. And, and he said, let me get it. He said, they will know, like the government will know, but won't warn anybody. And then people will blame the government for that. And he said that the government would have a plan to deal with the people. I don't know, just what he said back then. And again, a lot of people, again, take that to God, take that to the Holy Spirit. I'm just throwing this stuff out there. Maybe it might, you think, oh, none of this will happen. It's all crazy talk. Yeah, it could be. But, some of it might be actually true or could happen. And that's the thing. This is stuff that could happen. Not saying it's going to, but I do really believe that something is going to happen on Inauguration Day, on Monday. Something will happen. Something somewhere. Doesn't necessarily have to be in Washington, D.C. It could be somewhere else. There was a guy warning, I think it was that Borgino guy. He was warning that there's going to be something happening in New York on Inauguration Day too. So there's a lot of rumors going around. So again, we have to pray about it. But everyone, I just want to be alert. Keep your head on a swivel. Just be alert, be prepared, and pray. You just gotta pray. I think that's it. This is already way too long. Let me see if there was anything in here else that we might need to talk about.
Let's go. Let me show you one more thing. Make sure to smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are enjoying the show as always.
Yeah, that was him with the New Orleans and the Las Vegas attacks. He predicted that there'd be attacks in those cities on the same exact day, and he even mentioned Bourbon Street. So he was really, this one was the one that was the most accurate out of all of them. But then again, like Nostradamus, he was given a lot of information that actually did come true, but it wasn't all there. So we need to be careful. So just pray for Holy Spirit discernment. Love you guys. Sorry this was so long. I just think we all need to be knowledgeable about what's going on, because we never know what can happen. And if something does happen, it could be a domino effect, especially if it's something major. It could lead into conflict with other countries, possibly. And, if there's chances that, the president-elect either might not get in, or he does get in under distress. And, there's lots of things that could happen that could cause, a domino effect of things to happen. And then, leads us closer to the end. And, we're getting close to the end already. And, depending on certain events, could lead us there a lot more quickly. Thanks for watching. God bless.